Welcome to the Gamer Novelist, where pixels meet pages. Today on the Gamer Novelist, we'll be taking an in-depth look at Diablo III, Eternal Collection for PS4. When Diablo III, Eternal Collection arrived on PlayStation 4, it marked the culmination of Blizzard's decade-long evolution of its most iconic action RPG. This edition includes the base game, the Reaper of Souls expansion, and the Rise of the Necromancer pack, offering players the full, definitive experience of Diablo III on consoles. Launched originally in 2012, Diablo III has undergone years of refinement, balancing, and technical improvement. By the time the Eternal Collection reached PS4 in 2017, the game had already transformed into a complete, mature experience. In 2025, it remains one of the most polished and replayable action RPGs available on consoles, proving how Blizzard's philosophy of continuous design iteration can sustain a title across generations. The story begins 20 years after the fall of Baal and the events of Diablo II. The world of Sanctuary is once again under threat when a mysterious star crashes into the ruins of Tristram. As the player investigates, a new demonic invasion begins, revealing an intricate struggle between angels, demons, and humanity caught in between. The campaign spans 5 acts, each presenting unique settings, enemies, and boss encounters. Players can choose from 7 classes: Barbarian, Crusader, Demon Hunter, Monk, Necromancer, Witch Doctor, or Wizard, each with its own distinct narrative flavor and fighting philosophy. While the story itself doesn't reach the narrative complexity of other RPGs, it succeeds in providing a mythological framework that supports the game's relentless pace and epic tone. High-quality cinematics and excellent voice acting help maintain immersion, elevating even the simplest quest into something memorable. At its core, Diablo III maintains the traditional essence of the series, a perfect balance between fast-paced combat, randomized loot, and infinite replayability. Every encounter feeds into the addictive loop of defeating enemies, collecting loot, and fine-tuning your build. Each class has its own resource system and a set of skills that can be customized with runes, which modify or enhance their behavior. This structure allows for enormous build diversity, supporting both casual experimentation and advanced theory crafting. The combat system is fluid and responsive, with visual clarity that allows players to read attacks and react instinctively even amid chaos. The introduction of Paragon levels ensures progression never truly ends. Once players hit the level cap, they continue earning Paragon points, which can be allocated across core stats such as strength, dexterity, vitality, and intelligence. This system extends character growth indefinitely, giving a tangible sense of advancement beyond traditional leveling. Adventure Mode, introduced after the Reaper of Souls expansion, replaces the linear campaign with open-ended exploration and procedurally generated missions. Nephilim Rifts and Greater Rifts act as endgame challenges that test your build's power and efficiency. These elements turn Diablo III into a self-sustaining ecosystem of progression, offering endless replay value. Transitioning Diablo III from PC to PS4 was one of Blizzard's most impressive technical achievements. The console control scheme is intuitive and finely tuned for precision and speed. The analog sticks allow seamless movement, while the dedicated dodge roll, exclusive to consoles, adds a layer of agility absent from the PC version. Skill activation is smooth and responsive, making combat feel natural even without a mouse and keyboard. The user interface has been carefully restructured to suit console ergonomics. Radial menus for inventory management, quick access wheels for equipment, and streamlined navigation that minimizes downtime between fights. The in-game HUD is clear and informative, providing all necessary data, cooldowns, health, and buffs, without overwhelming the screen. Inventory management is efficient, though extended sessions still require occasional cleanup due to limited stash space. Overall, this is one of the best examples of a PC-to-console adaptation in the genre. Compared to its predecessors, Diablo III, Eternal Collection introduced a series of refinements that fundamentally redefined the experience. The removal of the real money auction house, a feature that initially distorted the in-game economy, was a major step forward, returning the focus to skill-based progression rather than trading or external markets. The Loot 2.0 system improved item relevance by tailoring drops to your class, ensuring that almost every encounter feels rewarding. Kanai's Cube, introduced in later patches, allowed players to extract and equip legendary item powers independently, revolutionizing build flexibility and endgame customization. On PS4, cooperative gameplay reaches new heights. Local co-op and online multiplayer both perform smoothly, with stable frame rates and quick matchmaking. Seasonal events add temporary mechanics, new sets, and cosmetic rewards that keep the player base active year after year. In short, Diablo III on PS4 delivers not just content, but a live ecosystem that continues to evolve even in 2025. Visually, Diablo III on PS4 achieves an elegant balance between atmosphere and clarity. The environments range from Gothic cathedrals and haunted swamps to infernal fortresses and celestial citadels, each realized with Blizzard's signature attention to mood and color composition. Running at 1080p and a stable 60 frames per second on standard PS4 hardware, the game maintains fluidity even during large-scale encounters filled with enemies, particle effects, and spell animations. The PS4 Pro version offers higher resolution scaling, further enhancing sharpness and lighting detail. While certain textures and models show their age compared to modern titles, the overall art direction compensates with timeless design. Diablo III's visual identity, its lighting contrasts, aura effects, and spell impact, remains instantly recognizable and deeply immersive. Sound design has always been a cornerstone of Diablo's identity, and the Eternal Collection continues this tradition with precision. The orchestral score, composed by Russell Brower and Derek Duke, evokes both grandeur and despair. It shifts dynamically with combat intensity, guiding the emotional rhythm of each encounter. Every weapon strike, explosion, and monster roar is engineered for clarity and weight. Audio cues help communicate danger and reinforce player feedback, an essential feature in the fast chaos of combat. The ambient soundscape, distant whispers, echoes in crypts, howling winds, sustains the tension even in quieter moments. Combined with excellent voice acting, the audio presentation enhances the game's dark fantasy tone and cinematic feel. Beyond its mechanics, Diablo III, Eternal Collection embodies Blizzard's ongoing study of iterative game design. Over time, the developers refined every major system, from loot distribution to endgame structure, in response to community feedback. The result is a design that rewards persistence and experimentation, turning the game into a living ecosystem of challenge and reward. Thematically, the game explores humanity's fragile position between light and darkness. Each battle, each new piece of legendary gear, becomes a metaphor for growth and resilience. The Eternal Collection reflects this very idea, an endless pursuit of perfection, both for the player and for Blizzard's vision of the action RPG genre. Compared to Diablo II, this entry feels faster, more fluid, and more accessible, but also less opaque. Diablo II offered a sense of mystery in its itemization and progression systems, while Diablo III focuses on polish, clarity, and adaptability. When placed alongside modern ARPGs such as Path of Exile or Grim Dawn, Diablo III's philosophy stands out. While those titles emphasize intricate passive systems and complex item economies, Diablo III chooses immediacy and rhythm. Combat is tactile, visceral, and always readable. Rather than overwhelming players with layers of nested mechanics, it delivers satisfaction through movement, impact, and reward pacing. It's a difference of design philosophy. Where Path of Exile feels like a vast labyrinth, Diablo III feels like a masterfully crafted arena, less sprawling, but perfectly tuned for flow and replay. After countless hours spent on multiple platforms, the PS4 version remains my favorite way to experience Diablo III. The controls feel precise, the pacing is smoother, and the cooperative options make it ideal for both solo and shared play. The balance between accessibility and depth is perfectly calibrated, allowing newcomers to dive in without confusion while still offering veterans a deep endgame to explore. Even today, in 2025, the game's ability to engage players through its loot cycle and seasonal structure is remarkable. Diablo III doesn't just survive the passage of time. It thrives because its design was built for iteration and longevity. Every session feels like a fresh opportunity to refine, conquer, and evolve. Diablo III: Eternal Collection on PS4 represents the definitive version of Blizzard's modern classic. It refines every aspect of the series' formula with exceptional precision, offering a perfect blend of speed, depth, and accessibility. Even more than a decade after its release, it remains one of the most engaging and finely tuned action RPGs ever made, a true testament to the eternal battle between heaven and hell. A deep and infinitely replayable gameplay loop, excellent controls and stable performance on PS4, a wide build customization through skills, runes, and Kanai's Cube, strong endgame content, and ongoing seasonal updates, outstanding sound design and atmospheric world building. The story is serviceable but lacks innovation. Some visuals show aging in texture detail. Repetition can occur in extended grinding sessions. Endgame systems, while deep, remain largely static after years of play. Functional but not outstanding. The dark lore and gothic tones still work, but the narrative lacks depth compared to modern RPGs. Fast, fluid, and incredibly satisfying. Combat and class design remain benchmarks for the genre. A definitive action RPG formula. Not new in 2025, but still the gold standard for loot-driven design. Stylized visuals that have aged gracefully. Smooth 60 frames per second performance on PS4 keeps it fresh. Powerful soundtrack, immersive ambient effects, and solid voice acting. A perfect tone for Sanctuary's chaos. Exceptionally fun both solo and in co-op. Seasonal play and endless loot loops keep players hooked for years. Remarkably intuitive gamepad integration and a clear, optimized interface for console play. Endless replayability through classes, builds, and seasonal content. Still addictive after all these years. Diablo III: Eternal Collection PS4 remains one of the most polished and addictive action RPGs ever made. Even in 2025, it stands tall as a timeless masterpiece of design and replayability. Thanks for watching. Don't miss my next review, only on the Gamer Novelist.